buddies. What's up? All right, so now we're studying the War of 1812. Believe it or not, this war occurred in 1812. Also 1813 and 1814, but nevertheless. Even in some of the history videos I play for you, some historians go, "Oh, we certainly lost that war." I don't think. I think it was a tie. I don't think we won it. Certainly. Certainly we lost in the sense where they actually captured Washington D.C., the British, and they burned the White House, kicked them out. But then they went into Baltimore and they couldn't conquer that, and they had to go home. And then the other thing was Andrew Jackson in the Battle of New Orleans completely obliterated them. It was embarrassing. They wiped out like a whole army and lost 5 guys. So the Americans totally won that last battle. So I consider it pretty even, actually. I don't know why. That's just my opinion. Though the odd part of that is the last battle, which we won, the Battle of New Orleans, Battle of New Orleans, we actually fought it after the peace treaty was signed. And that's not because anyone was naughty. That was because how slow everything was. There's no phones. There's no cell phones. Hello? There's no radio. Hello? Nothing. So they had to wait for the letters, and it takes like a month for all this stuff. So they fought the battle after the war was over, which is sad. People died. But all right, let's learn about the War of 1812, and let's go ahead. The War of 1812. The United States and Great Britain were fighting again in the year 1812. Why did the Americans fight a second war against the British? Napoleon, the ruler of France, started a war against Great Britain in 1803. The United States wanted to trade with both Great Britain and France. British ships captured many American ships that sailed to France. The French did the same thing to ships that sailed to Great Britain. This made Americans very angry. Americans wanted freedom of the seas. Freedom of the seas means that ships can sail wherever they want. So, guys, guess what? The war is over. Money! Always over money. Remember, right after the Louisiana Purchase, we gave Napoleon that $15 million for Louisiana. What does he do? He goes, starts a war with that money. And now there's a war. Now we want to give France some food. We want to give Britain some food. We want to spend, we want to make money. Yeah, they're not very happy about that when you trade with their enemy. Let's go. The British angered Americans in another way. British ships stopped American ships on the ocean. British captains went on the American ships. These captains said that many of the Americans were really British people. They forced these Americans to sail on the British ships. The British made many Americans work for the British Navy. Americans wanted to trade with France. They did not want their ships captured. So this really happened. Britain really kind of started the war in that sense. They literally started capturing American sailors and forcing them into the British Navy. Unbelievable. That's pretty ridiculous. The French agreed to the freedom of the seas. The British did not. In 1812, the United States began to fight Great Britain for freedom of the seas. This second war against Great Britain was called the War of 1812. James Madison was president during the War of 1812. He thought the United States would win the war quickly, but the American Army and Navy were small. The war did not end quickly. Americans fought against the British for more than 2 years. During the War of 1812, the United States tried to capture Canada. Canada belonged to Great Britain. The British Army in Canada was strong. the United States could not capture Canada. A Native American leader named Tecumseh fought for the British during the War of 1812. Tecumseh lived on the land between the eastern states and the Mississippi River. He was angry because each year Americans took more land that belonged to Native Americans. The British promised Tecumseh that they would help the Native Americans get back their land. So Tecumseh and his people fought for Great Britain. He helped them win some battles in Canada. Tecumseh was killed in a battle during the War of 1812. The American army had burned some buildings in Canada. The British Army decided to burn the American capital city, Washington, D.C. President Madison was not in the city when the British Army arrived. Dolly Madison, the First Lady, was in the White House when Washington, D.C. began to burn. The brave First Lady stayed in the White House. She packed important government papers in the trunk. A famous painting of George Washington was in the White House. Dolly Madison left the burning city with the painting and the government papers. Very soon, British soldiers came to the White House and burned everything still inside. Dolly Madison had saved the painting of Washington and the government papers for the United States. She got very famous for that. Okay. In 1814, the British tried to capture Fort McHenry. This fort guarded the port of Baltimore, Maryland. A large American flag flew over the fort. After the battle, an American named Francis Scott Key saw that this flag still flew over the fort. The flag showed that the Americans had won the battle. Francis Scott Key wrote a song about the flag. His song was called "The Star-Spangled Banner." It became our country's song, our national anthem, right? Oh, say, can you see? That one. The one no one wants to sing because it's too hard. That one. The flag still exists. You can actually go see the flag. It's got like holes in it from rockets, and it's pretty cool. The British wanted to capture the port of New Orleans. Andrew Jackson was a general in the American Army. He led 5,000 American soldiers in the Battle of New Orleans. These soldiers included people from Europe, Native Americans, slaves, and free African Americans. General Jackson won the Battle of New Orleans in January 1815. He did not know that the war had already ended. In December 1814, Great Britain and the United States had signed a peace treaty. Nothing really changed much because of the War of 1812. Neither country won new land in the war, but Great Britain never again fought against the United States. Great Britain and other countries now knew that the United States was strong enough to fight for what it wanted. So one thing that's pretty cool is now Great Britain is one of our strongest allies, and certainly Canada is. We're very close allies, especially with Canada. It's kind of not usual in the world history, so it's kind of nice. I think it's mostly because we're democratic countries now and speak English, so we kind of team up. But now Great Britain is a good friend, so we fought 2 wars with them, but now we're kind of back with them. All right, enjoy. We'll see you later. Bye. Say bye to Connor.
Bye.
All right, bye.